Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Feed Me Friday. Let's see. Start off with telling you guys about the tournament I went to this weekend. Oh my goodness, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to go. I was struggling with, I had some vertigo last week, but then I was fine, no big deal. I had no problems at the tournament except for the fact that, oh my goodness, my legs hurt so bad. I'm like, I didn't realize I was that out of practice. So it was great though. I had so much fun. I played 4 people and beat them. 2 of them were kids, but let me tell you, this does not count because these kids in 6 months will come back and just completely obliterate me. So yeah, I never feel bad about beating, well, I can't say I never feel bad about beating them. I do feel bad, and the kids are always so cute, and I'm just like, I made this one shot that was just like too far for the one little boy to get, and his parents were there cheering him on, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, don't apologize, he's got to learn. I'm like, okay. So this other boy that I played, I want to say he was maybe 12, somewhere around there. Afterwards, like, I was talking to him and his dad, and he was actually very good. If I had like lightened up at all, I would have completely lost. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't. But anyway, his dad was saying, boy, you looked so calm when you were playing. I'm like, it's because I smile. I smile all the time when I'm playing. And there's a couple reasons for that. First of all is I smile because it helps me not to be nervous, because I'm always nervous at tournaments. I used to hate going to tournaments because I always felt like I was going to throw up. Just, Anyway, I started making myself go to tournaments though, because it's like that idea of if you avoid doing the hard things, you're never going to do them. So here I was avoiding going to tournaments because it was just too hard. I mean, I love playing table tennis, but playing against people you don't know in a place that you're not familiar with and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I need to overcome this. So the best way to overcome something is by doing it. So that was what I did. It was last year, actually. I'm sitting there cracking myself up. It's like, how old am I that I'm finally like, applying this idea, but whatever, better late than never. So anyway, where was I? Oh yes, this whole thing was smiling. So I thought it was just funny how the dad thought I looked so relaxed, and I'm like, well, that's great because I certainly don't feel it. I'm just smiling to try and help myself get over the nervousness. But I also smile because I enjoy playing. That's another reason why I smile. But then it's also, I want the other person to have a good time too. And if I've got like this extremely serious face, the whole game is going to be very, very serious. And I don't know, to me, that's just not as much fun. I mean, you can be serious during the game, but it's like, then nervousness starts to creep back in, and I'd rather just have a good time. So anyway, that's, I was trying to explain a little bit of that to the dad. And the boy said that it was kind of making him nervous, like seeing me smiling. It's like, why is she smiling? I'm like, oh, so there's a psychological factor to this. Now, I had been told this earlier this year at another tournament. We ran a tournament, like it was our club's tournament. So a lot of people from our club were there. And anyway, the one guy was telling me, like, I ended up beating him and I got the first place trophy for that division. And the final guy I had to beat was telling me, he's like, yeah, I was doing so well, playing against everybody. He's like, and then I had to come play against you, and you're smiling and you're so friendly. And, it just kind of threw him off. And I had to laugh. I'm like, I didn't realize I'm still going to keep smiling. It's like, I don't want to make someone else feel bad, but, or, like really throw their game off. I'm not using it for a psychological effect. Let me say that. I'm having a good time. I want the other person to have a good time too. And there is a lot more laughing and stuff if I'm cheerful. So, yeah, that's how we're going to keep playing. I'm going to wash my hands. I'll be back. going to show you guys my coffee now, even though I didn't heat it up. This is coffee that I had left over. So the new coffee pot brews 6 ounces of coffee at a time. I'm used to drinking 4 ounces of coffee at a time. I was just going to go with the 6 ounces, but then I can only have 2 cups because I'm just too full. So I'm like, I really like to have that third cup in there. So I'm sorting it out so that I can have 3 4-ounce cups. So anyway, this is 4 ounces of coffee with 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of butter, and it will have a scoop of collagen after I heat it up. Sorry, that I'm just weird. But anyway, back to the tournament. So let's see. I advanced out of my bracket. Where did I put my knife? I just threw my knife in the sink. Good job, me. Anyway, advanced out of my bracket. I had to play one more guy before the finals. He told me I wasn't throwing the ball up high enough. You're supposed to throw it up 6 inches, which is not that high. And I know that I throw it up that high. Now, what I was told later by 2 different people is like, that's a psychological trick that some people will do to try and throw their opponent off. And I'm like, I don't like that kind of thing. Then I'm like, well, you were smiling and that's a psychological trick. I'm like, but I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm not smiling to throw my opponent off. So anyway, he got me the first 2 games because at first I was messing up trying to throw the ball up higher. But then it was funny because me throwing the ball up higher makes a very different serve. And he would try to smash it and then it just goes straight into the net. So, there you go. Anyway, he got the first 2 games. I got the next 2 games. I came back. I couldn't believe it. And then the last game was really close, but he got me. So he went on to actually play my husband in the finals. That would have been an epic battle if I could have made it to the finals and me and my husband could have duked it out. That would have been awesome. But my husband played in very, very close game and my husband got the first place trophy. So I am very, very proud. It was funny because me and one of the other guys from our club was actually at this tournament and me and him were both giving my husband pointers. So I told my husband, I'm like, actually, I'm the one who won the trophy. So I'm just saying. So anyway, good times all around. We went out to a steakhouse afterwards. It's on the way home. And I'm like, we have to stop telling them that we're there for a special occasion. Well, I told them that we were there for my birthday. They brought me ice cream and I couldn't eat it. I can't eat the ice cream. I want to eat it, but if I eat it, I'm risking feeling like I got a sinus infection for 3 days. So I had no ice cream for me. So anyway, this time they're asking and I'm like, yeah, it's our anniversary in a few days. And the woman, as she's bringing our check out, she also brings us 2 little glasses of champagne with a little cherry in the bottom. And I'm like, that was so sweet of her. Oh my goodness, that was so nice. We don't drink though. And I'm like, I've never liked wine. I've never liked beer. I used to, when I was early 20s, I had some drinks. I would have I was a mixed drink girl because I could not stand wine and beer. Anyway, to me, I've had champagne before. To me, it tastes just like wine. It's terrible. I can't stand it. So I was debating on just taking a sip, because I felt so bad that she had done this nice thing. But at the same time, it's it's 9 o'clock at night. If I have a sip of this, who knows what it's going to do to my stomach. I might be up throwing up or whatever. And not only that, it's going to taste terrible. And my husband, he's he doesn't have a problem not having any. And we're just sitting there we did a toast to each other, happy anniversary, and then put the glasses back down. And she comes up and she's like, do you guys not drink alcohol? And we're like, no. I'm like, I am so sorry. I'm like, that was so sweet of you to bring it though. I just feel bad. And she's like, no. She's like, what if I got you guys some ginger ale? It's like, no, we're done. But thank you. It was just, it was one of those moments. And it's the kind of thing too, where you risk making her feel bad or you feeling physically bad. So I'm like, I have to sleep. I've got to get some good sleep. There's no way I can risk having this. And, but we thanked her profusely and that was that. So, anyway, speaking of anniversary, today's our anniversary. Which I can't hardly believe it. It's passed so fast. We met. I was 16. He was almost 19. He was in college, or at least he was going to be going into college because it was over the summertime. I always said he's the one I remember working with first because what I mean is everyone else that I worked with, I don't really remember them as well. He's the one I still remember the very first night we worked together because he had me laughing the entire night. Now, I did not see him as boyfriend material, let alone husband material. I totally had him friend zoned. But we were friends for like 6 years? 7 years almost? 6 years, I guess. And then we started hanging out. We were always friends. Like, we would hang out and stuff. We'd go out to movies together and go out to have lunch or dinner, whatever. It's like we always had a good time. And I felt very comfortable with him. It just cracks me up that I never saw him as, boyfriend material. But then after he graduated from college, we started hanging out. Like, it took a little while because we were mad at each other there for a bit. Various reasons, whatever. But then we started hanging out every day, and that was it. That was the end of it. We've been together every day since. All right, this is ready to go. He's still the one that makes me laugh the most. I've never met a funnier man than my husband. And some have tried to be as funny as it doesn't work. Anyway, let's see. This is cheesy scrambled eggs with steak. It's my standard breakfast. I'm always trying to get it to be about 100 grams. 104 grams now because I added butter. I'm okay with that. The butter tastes so good. That's going to be it for now. I'm going to go eat, and I'll see you guys at lunch. Second cup of coffee. This is Pecan Praline by Shady Maple Farm Market or something like that. And I love this cup. Meat Mama. Isn't that fun? This is from my friends over at the Kilby Life. If you look it up, they do sell cups and aprons and shirts and stuff. Very cool stuff. First, let me say that I put cream, collagen, and salt in my coffee because I think I completely forgot to say that. Second, I made a pot roast the other day and I saved the liquids at the bottom. Now, sometimes I'll take that and I'll turn it into, I'll just use it in place of like beef stock. But this time I decided to boil the liquids down until it's like there's just all this little brown stuff left. And I threw in a few tablespoons of butter. Now, it did already have some fat in it from the beef itself, but it wasn't a lot. But what this does is this creates an extremely flavorful kind of butter. And I'll use this when I'm reheating my steak and eggs in the morning. I use it when I'm refrying my meatballs. It is fabulous. So just wanted to tell you guys about that. Lunch is some egg salad with some Parmesan crisps. I'll show you the brand for those in just a second. And then more pecan praline coffee. I actually have to heat this up. It's just not hot enough to melt the butter. 2 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of heavy cream, and a scoop of collagen. And this is the brand of the Parmesan crisps. These are actually very good. I don't really like them by themselves, even though they taste fine by themselves. It's just, I need another flavor mixed in there. So it's like, it's just too much. Here are the ingredients. I thought this was pretty good. Anyway, that's it for now. Dinner is some grilled cheeses that I made with the cottage cheese flatbread. It's kind of a mess because I was using the last of what I had left in a bag in the freezer, which, by the way, the recipe freezes really, really well. So I've been working on that bag for like a month now. Anyway, I don't know if this is going to be it or not. I'll check in with you guys later. Last thing of the night, a cheesecake bite. That's it for me today. This video is brought to you by my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ, who has everything you need and nothing you don't. Video bombers, what are you going to do?